So your first step is to take the end of the rope, extend your arm, and you're gonna drop that free end of the rope, which creates a loop. You're gonna take the end of the rope, wrap it around 360 degrees, and back up through the loop that you've just created, which will create a single figure 8 knot. Next, you're going to pass the rope through your 2 tie-in points. So you're gonna pass the end of the rope through the bottom, up through the top. Bring the knot as close as you can to your harness. And now we're going to retrace the figure 8 with the free end of the rope. And when it's completed, you'll see I have every single point of the figure 8 knot doubled up. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. And also to confirm, you want to have enough tail at the end of your knot, so a fist and a thumb. So this is the figure 8 on a bite. A bite means you're folding the rope in half, so you're going to have a closed loop. So when you finish the knot, you're going to have a clip-in point. So we fold the rope in half, creating the bite. Now, just like normal, just like we're tying a figure 8 knot to tie in as if you're climbing, I'm going to create another fold, wrap the free end around 360 degrees, back up through the hole that you've created. And there we have a figure 8. Every point is doubled, and we have a clip-in point. Okay, this is the overhand on a bite. So again, I'm starting with the rope folded in half, forming a bite. And this is the most simple knot. This is the granny knot. Just one half rotation and back up through the hole that you've created. Okay, this is the single fisherman's knot, and we use that to join 2 ropes together, creating a closed loop. So your first step is to find the ends that you want to connect and put them in opposite directions. Next, you're going to take one end and tie an overhand knot around the other free end of rope. Next, you're going to take the remaining free end of rope and tie another overhand knot. Once you've tied those 2 knots, pull both of them together and they will lock into place. Double fisherman's knot, very similar to the single fisherman's knot, except for that knot is a little more resilient to untying if it's being moved around. So if you were in a case where you were leaving the anchor unattended for a long period of time, I would use a double fisherman's knot opposed to a single fisherman's knot. So similar process, I'm going to identify both free ends of the rope, put them in opposite directions, and instead of just tying a simple overhand knot, I'm going to do a double wrapped overhand knot. So you see there, I'm wrapping away from my fingers, so creating a bit of a barrel, and passing the free end through the hole that I've created. I'm going to flip my whole setup over 180 degrees, and I'm going to tie the same knot going in the same direction away from me. Cinch both knots up and pull them together, and again, to make sure that I've tied it correctly, one side completely smooth and one side showing the X knots. This is the clove hitch that we use to attach the rope to an anchor in a way that is easy to adjust and easy to untie. So take the rope with your hands crossed, kind of like you're a ninja. Hands crossed, pull them apart, and so there we're creating an S bend in the rope. You're going to rotate your wrists in opposite directions, creating 2 loops going in the opposite direction. So you see here, this loop on my left side, I have a strand coming towards me on the top, and on my other hand, again, I have a strand going away from me. I'm going to fold the 2 loops together, so I'm trapping both those ends of the rope in the middle. Next, I'm going to take both those strands and clip it into my carabiner, whether that's on my anchor or wherever it is I need to secure my rope into. And to verify that I've done it correctly, I've got one free end going one direction and the other free end going in the opposite direction. So one of the nice things about this knot is that it's very easy for me to adjust. So I can pull one side of the knot and I can actually pass the rope through, so I can easily adjust the knot. So your first step is to fold the rope over in one of your hands. So I'm trapping the rope that is going either to my climbing partner or the free end of the rope that I'm going to rappel down, and I'm just going to take the free end, the opposite end of the pile of rope, and close it together. So I have these two new clip-in points. Clip that into the carabiner, and I can verify that I've done it correctly is that when I pull down on that climber side, it is being trapped by these two strands of rope, yet it will pull freely in either direction. One of the important things to notice about the munter hitch is that when you, depending on what direction you pull, the knot will flip over. You can see that, and that's completely normal.